Streaming. Thanks for coming on through. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. YouTube out there. This is Steve Nelson Jr. I'm host of CryptoTalk.News, where daily we upload new YouTube videos or go live like we are right now, giving you cryptocurrency news and information and keeping you up to date on what's going on in cryptocurrency. So if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button. Also hit the subscribe button, ring the post notification bell so you can get alerts every time that I upload new videos. Again, we go live usually daily, and we've got new videos that are coming out every day, and we like to keep you up to date on what's going on. So go ahead and check that box down there. Don't forget, too, we've got a website, CryptoTalk.News. On that website, we have all of our previous videos, as well as some blog posts and other news. And we have a sign up there where you can go ahead and fill out a form. That's right. We're going to have a link in the description as well. But you fill out a form, and every Sunday, we give away $100 in Bitcoin right here on the channel. I believe it's at 10:30 or 10 or 10:30 Central Time on Sunday right here on CryptoTalk.News. So there's no fee that you got to pay or anything like that. Just a quick form that you just fill out and enter. Hey, Periscope, thanks for checking this out. Guys, I've got my Periscope running up here. So I'm talking to YouTube right here. Anyways, big news. So as we all know, last year was huge for ICOs. I mean, it was just big for ICOs, uh, and about 10% of the ICOs that happened last year, um, it, they were just scams. Either they were outright scams, or somewhere along the line the projects didn't come to fruition. But basically, investors got taken for money. Okay, and it's 10% out of the hundreds of millions or billions of dollars that was raised. It's about 500 million is about what was stolen. Now, what we're talking about today is not just Benebit, this new one that it was an exit scam. But also, I'm going to talk to you a little bit on what you can do to kind of do a little bit more research when learning about these ICOs. Now, these people are getting tricky. They're saying that Benebit spent upwards towards a half a million, a quarter million to a half a $1 million just in advertising and promotion. They had their Twitter around for about a year. Their Telegram group had 9,000 or so people in it, so they were extremely active. This was a very, very well put together scam. So far as even admins in the Telegram had fake passports and all kinds of stuff. So when it comes down to stuff like that, I believe it should be up to the news companies to be able to do what research they can. Now, granted, we are not large conglomerates. A lot of these websites that do reviews and such like that, they're not large conglomerates. As long as we are doing everything that we effectively can to bring you guys the information possible, that's all we can do. Excuse me. There's nothing else more that we can do, seriously. But it's also an obligation that we have by saying that we do these reviews and such like that. It's an obligation that we have to bring you guys the information that we can find. And it's also our obligation to do due diligence on these companies farther than what you may do or whatnot. So, I can understand that some of these people may have said, or some of these companies may have said, hey, it's a good buy. You can't blame it necessarily on those people. But there's people that lost 100 Ether, 300 Ether, 14 BTC. Like, it's real. It is real. And there's no doubt that until there are some regulations in place, either within the community, which it's starting to happen, but until there's some sort of regulations in place for ICOs, there's definitely the possibility that this can happen. To all the time. Hey, what's going on, guys? I've got my Twitter up here. I've got YouTube here, so I'm kind of focusing between the two. But anyways, I may not get to all your answers right there on Twitter, but I'm gonna try to. So when looking at an ICO, there's a few things that you can do so you don't get scammed. Now, what ended up coming to light, what exactly is cryptocurrency? Like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, such like that. Uh, so anyway, when investing in these ICOs, there are some things that you can do. Now, what kind of brought everything about for Benebit and took down Benebit is the fact that somebody did some sort of search and found out that the images that the people that the actual members were stolen from a boys' school faculty website. So basically, they were stolen pictures. And as soon as somebody pointed out, this was already after the ICO had been live for a day. After the ICO had been live for a day, somebody found this, posted it, and as soon as they posted it, uh, it seriously they started. The website was taken down, all that other stuff. Now the only thing that's there is remnants of a Telegram channel and everything else. So I mean, these guys definitely pulled an exit scam. They got about, some say it was high as 4 million, but others say, but the first estimates coming in were $2.7 million. So that right there, how this all came about is something that you can do yourself. You could take those images, you can run a Google search against those images to see if those images are anywhere else on the web. I believe that there's possibly some other tools, and I'm going to be looking into it as well, but there are some other tools that you can do that too. Now, what we do is we do run images through Google as well. But like, for instance, yesterday, if you guys didn't get a chance to see it, we had the interview with Adrian Brink, the CEO of Better Betting. And that's one of the things that we're trying to do that's a little bit different, is instead of searching for pictures and wondering, is this a fake picture? We want to talk directly to these team. We want to get them live on, preferably on Skype through video. That way it gives you guys a little bit of one-on-one with them, but it puts an actual real live image to the picture that they have that's on the profile. So that is something that we work to do, because to us it's a little bit more, I guess you could say, security than just doing a Google search. Now, before we even talk to these companies, we already do a Google search and such like that. So we're seeking out to talk to these companies. Again, we don't know if any of them are going to run. We don't know what their issues are. There was a porn coin or sex coin or something like that was launched earlier this year. They did interviews on national news. They ended up pulling an exit scam. So you have to make sure that you do your due diligence. Another thing is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Never, never, never put all of your investment in one basket. Now, the person that invested 14 Bitcoin or 300 Ethereum into Benebit, those people, if they didn't have a large amount of Ethereum or a large amount of Bitcoin, there is absolutely no reason that they should have put that much into it. When these ICOs are coming out, so many people are looking at getting those first big gains right away, and there's so many that are not necessarily behind the project, and that's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's people that are only into cryptocurrency just for trading. Those people are not going to get into an ICO because of the project. They're going to get into an ICO because it's going to get on an exchange that they're hoping that it's going to get on an exchange that they like, and that value is going to go up. And they're going to take those coins that they bought for 50 cents or 80 cents or a dollar 50, and they're going to turn around and sell them immediately for $5, $10, $20, $100 as soon as that coin goes live on an exchange. So that's what some people are getting into these projects for. Other people are getting into these projects because they really truly back the project. They really truly feel that this is something that can move forward in the future, and that they really care about the project. Now, of course, they're putting in their money to be able to help them, and then they're hoping for a return, but they're not necessarily looking to trade the coins. It's within the first week or two or 30 days that it's on an exchange. Now, they might pull out pull out what they put in, or maybe a little bit of profit if there is some there, so they can lock in the profits. But the majority of them are not just going to sell their coins or sell all of them unless they're strictly in it for trading. And then even some of those traders will still hold on to some. Now, that's what's going to make this market fluctuate so much, and that's kind of what causes this frothiness or this bubble, is because you have these traders that want this money, and that's what they're doing, is they're going strictly for these trades. But on the backside, you've got these projects, and now some of these people are seeing how quick money can be made if they can get onto an exchange. So that's where you get these scammers in. Either A, they're going to put out a fake ICO, and you guys are going to, and people are going to send money to them to invest, and they're going to do an exit scam, which is basically just shut off all their social media, their website, and everything, and poof, be gone. Or they're going to push it along as far as they can, get as much revenue as they can, and then kind of dilute the market and sell their other coins and make, even more money. Or it's a fake project, and they just are going to get the money, and then once it's there, kind of nothing comes to fruition. All of their Twitter stuff just kind of slowly peters out and dies. All their social media just kind of peters out and dies. So there's many different forms, and so many people are looking for that immediate, quick reward. They want to be that instant rich or that instant wealthy or whatever it is that you want to call it. You need to have patience. You got to think about the people that bought Bitcoin when it was $1, the people that were mining Bitcoin when Bitcoin wasn't even worth a penny. There's these people that were doing that. They had to have patience. They had to have belief before they ever got to see any type of return, and in that case, large returns on their investment, on whether they were investing time, whether they were investing just their computer running to mine, whatever it was. Some of these people were out there investing into starting new projects, investing to get the word out about Bitcoin. They were still doing, the people that were into it or that were participating in Bitcoin before it was large, they had to have patience. Just like now, we've got to have patience. If we want to be successful in trading and or investing in these cryptocurrencies, you've got to have patience. You have to know how to diversify and limit your risks. If you have $1,000 to invest, and or even 500 to invest into just altcoins or just ICOs, for instance, don't go put that $500 into one ICO. Yeah, you could get a shit ton of coins for that ICO. You could. You get it on a 50% bonus, and next thing you know, you're like, yeah, I'm sitting on 50,000, 100,000 coins, 150,000 coins. You're happy, you're stoked, and then that project is a fail. Guess what? You just lost all of that ICO money. But if you play with the house's money and you take $100 and put it into this ICO and $100 and put it into that ICO, mind you, these are ICOs that you did your due diligence on, okay? And you break that down, $100 into 5 different ICOs. There's a good possibility that one is going to hit and make all your money back for everyone. Then there's a good possibility or a possibility that you'll get another one that can moonshoot or that could do pretty well. And then that makes you more than your 500. So then that means that you've got 500 plus some profits. You can lock in some of those profits. Maybe it's $1,000. You lock in 500, and then you put another 500 towards your investing in ICOs. Or maybe you lock in that 1,000, but you still got that 500 back to go into 5 more ICOs. Now, granted, it's not that it's going to come out and go to $10 a coin, and you had 100,000 coins, and now you're a millionaire, and you're happy and excited. That can happen. Yes, it can. But there's a good possibility that you're going to lose that 500 and then possibly lose it again if you do it the same way before you ever make any money. But if you diversify and you put 100 here and 100 here and 100 here with doing these ICOs, reap some of those profits and lock them in, take a little bit more of the house money to play, get into a couple more ICOs maybe for a little bit more money, and just keep going and keep pushing. but you don't want to get into more than probably 4 or 5 at a time so you can stay focused on them. You know, you want to be able to stay focused on them. Everybody that's just coming in on Twitter and everything, just so you guys know, I am doing my YouTube video there. You guys are just kind of a behind the scenes. They've got a really nice they've got a really nice backdrop and everything on YouTube. But you guys can check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/C/CryptoTalk.News. That's right. Also, CryptoTalk.News online. Go check it out. Nothing more than a commodity. It's nothing more than a store value. It stores value. Bitcoin stores value. Bitcoin is not necessarily the currency. The fees are too high, and at this point in time, they can't scale it, so the transactions are too slow. So that's, I've got you guys over here on chat too. So anybody that's on YouTube, you guys want to go ahead and chat, you can. But also, Bitcoin changes a lot for a lot of people, not just in the US. You guys got to look abroad and what it does for countries that have horrible banking system. It kind of gives the power back to the people, cryptocurrency does. You're just trying to figure it out? Nah, no problem. It's a store of value. It's a store of value. And then altcoins are alternative coins. ICOs are initial coin offerings, which means these projects get together and sometimes they already have something going, sometimes they don't. It's kind of better if a project has something going, but it's not a guarantee that it's going to be a win. But then they offer coins that have some sort of value tied to them. Be it that they're going to have some sort of shopping center or some sort of banking or for transferring or whatever. How can you store value with so much volatility? You can still store it. There's still value there. Yeah, that's going to happen. You're not going to get rich off of $120 on it. It's going to drop and it's going to go up and it's going to drop and go up. If you hold it for the long haul, that's the thing is some people are like, they're going to get in for 50, 100, 1,000, 2,000, and then they think that, it's just going to keep shooting up. And then next thing you know that they're going to be rich in the next few months or wealthy in the next few months. It takes patience. B, it's going to take money. It's going to take money or time. You're not going to see the growth that we saw in Bitcoin last year over and over because there has to be some point in time where it slows down, you know? It's not, no stocks even stay the same. And if you got into it around December, you have to understand economics and the fact that companies have to they don't realize profits unless they cash some of that out. So throughout December, you had people all over the world cashing out for Christmas, cashing out for the holidays, cashing out because they needed their businesses or they wanted themselves to realize profit before the end of the year. It's similar, but it's not a stock because you're not owning. It's more like gold 2.0. The value of gold goes up and down too. It fluctuates and sometimes drastically too. Same with oil. It's almost like a commodity. Almost. Yeah, it's a store of value. It's a commodity, but again, it's a store of value. Take oil, try to pay for something in oil. If you try to pay for it in oil, or for instance in gold, try to send gold from Colorado to New York. But you can transfer Bitcoin or Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash or Litecoin or any of these other cryptocurrencies. You can transfer them quickly for pennies on the dollar. Do you think that gold is a better investment than Bitcoin? I don't know. I personally, I don't have no gold, but I own Bitcoin. 32% of was it 32% or 42% of millennials prefer Bitcoin over stocks. That's it's and stocks are not necessarily a store of value. A stock is a stock. So there is the difference between them, you know, and it's as it grows in popularity, it becomes stronger. That's another thing too. And more people around the world have access to it. Again, these Bitcoin and or other cryptocurrencies, they help countries that don't have banking systems. Imagine if you lived in a country where the government owned the banking system, but it's not like the United States where you have like some sort of security or some sort of insurance. Imagine if the government could just come in and pull your money out of the bank, and then you just don't have none and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, and there's countries like that. Well, with Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, they can't do that. The government can't come in and take that money. So these people that work hard, they still get to keep what they have. Yes. Yes, exactly. Kenya farmers are using Bitcoin. They are. There's many farmers in many poor countries that are starting to turn to cryptocurrencies because it's a way for them to store value. It's a way for them to be able to protect themselves from their government and be able to have a store of value that's essentially accepted more and more places worldwide. And not to get too far off the subject, YouTube, guys, I want to keep going on Periscope. So if you guys just hold on a second, I want to end this YouTube video. Hey, guys, thanks for checking out CryptoTalk.News. As you know, we go live right here on YouTube every day of the week. Every Sunday, we give away $100 in Bitcoin. All you have to do is fill out our little form to go ahead and enter. We randomly draw from there every Sunday around 10 a.m. Central Time here in the US. So come check it out. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button down below, ring on the post notification bell. That way you get alerts every time we upload new videos and new content. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you here in a while. Don't forget to check out our video with Better Betting CEO Adrian Brink right up here from yesterday. Take care, YouTube.